guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I am so glad you're here. You guys, I want to talk about something with you that has just struck me over the head and I've now become obsessed with it, and I hope you are too. So let's talk about it. What am I talking about? That stupid engagement ring. That's right. I wouldn't normally put the word stupid and engagement ring together, but in this case, they're making it stupid. Meghan and the mystery of the engagement ring. But I don't want to talk about, oh, it's been missing. We know that. She made sure we knew that. But I want to talk about what I think they're up to and what they're up to now. And then I want to talk about some of my favorite royal ladies' engagement rings. I'm excited to get into all of this with you. Thanks for being here. I'm Jen. Honk, honk, everybody. All right. Credit where credit is due. This is what inspired my deep dive and my thoughts on the situation. So this was posted by Starkville, and it was shared on Saint Meghan Markle, and it completely grabbed my attention, and I've been Googling things ever since. All right, shared by Starkville, and it says, quick, name the most iconic royal engagement ring, Catherine. And then it says, you're wrong. It's Meghan's. Don't worry. This is not, we're not going there, but it leads into an interesting conversation. Yes, according to a trolling article by Express, Meghan Markle has the most iconic royal engagement ring. Seriously, I'm feeling nauseous just reading this. A new study has revealed. Now, according to the research conducted by jewelry giant Pandora, that one, I don't say her title, was crowned as the royal with the most iconic engagement ring in 2023. Naturally, this is clickbait, and the article explains the metric used is the number of Google searches in 2023. Oh yeah, as we discuss this, I'm going to be showing pictures of Meghan showing off her engagement ring and some really awkward photos. Here we go. So what could have possibly happened? I know, you know, we all know. She took that thing off for a couple months, hoping to get attention for it. It worked. She got some Googling out of it. And so now there are articles like this coming out, which started leading me down a path. You know, I thought she did it, well, for attention. I've talked about it before. I think she did it for attention. Here's the redesign of the ring, by the way. But I thought she did it for attention, which she did. But also, I didn't think about this angle, so I want to talk about this with you. All right. I am not complimenting Meghan whatsoever, but I will say she's very calculated, I think. I think she does think of how to she often gets things wrong, but she still thinks of how can I get the most attention, the most clicks, right? So I think, in my opinion, that's why the ring came off. And I also suspect, again, this is just my opinion, I suspect that it has to do with the weight loss too, and the sizing, the fit. That's, again, just my opinion. All right. Now, I've done a separate video, and I know the story about where allegedly the original ring is not this ring. And I don't mean the redesign. I mean where she was ordered to hand over the ring. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. I'm not going there in this video, so let's pretend like it's the same ring. I know. I've seen the differences. I'm not convinced it is, but let's pretend like it is. All right. I think she just took it off to get attention, and then I started thinking, oh, well, here you go. These articles are saying that she's now the most Googled for her engagement ring, so her engagement ring is the most popular, which makes less than no sense. People might not be Googling Catherine's ring, Princess of Wales, because she always wears it, right? So Meghan knew by doing this, somebody told Meghan at least, that by doing this, she would get Googled. So I just wonder, where are we going with this? Is this for the future TIG? Is that what's going on here? Excuse me. Is it for the stupid Sussex blog? Something like that? I have a suspicion Meghan is on top of all the analytics of what people are Googling about her. And so in her brain, it connected, oh, people are Googling my ring. So, of course, she's going to take the most narcissistic approach ever and think that means they like mine the best and have stories like this printed up. But I also wonder, again, is she trying to do this to get jewelry companies to play, look at me, right? So maybe she can borrow more things. That's one idea I had. But also, I still think everything's a dig toward Catherine. So I think by putting out silly stuff. Not that Catherine even take notice because, hello, I'm sorry, she just has the most beautiful ring. We'll talk about Catherine's ring, but she has the most beautiful ring in the whole wide world. I'm partial to sapphires, so I love that thing so much. But I think it's another way to dig at Catherine as well. Maybe I'm reaching, maybe not. But I just assume everything's a dig toward Catherine because Meghan is completely insecure. So, of course, she tries to take digs at Catherine. Why not this too? But this just resonated with me, so I wanted to talk about it. This is where I need you to chime in. What do you think? Do you think it was, just straight up, I'm Meghan, I have to do parking lot walks for attention? Is it that? Is it, I'm going to merch? I'm going to be the new face of Dior, so I better get trending for jewelry. I don't know, something like that. Is it, I'm going to launch the TIG, so I need jewelry sponsors? Or is it, I'm out of money, I need jewelry sponsors. Look at me, jewelry sponsors. Send me jewelry. Do you remember, I did a story about this recently, allegedly, according to Tom Bauer, when she was part of the royal family, she was asking for, quote, the Duchess discount, meaning, hey, send me things, even though the royal family's not supposed to do that. So I don't know. Is this another way to get the Duchess discount on things and try to get people to send her things? Saying, look, people are always Googling my jewelry. These are all within the realm of possibility, if you ask me. We are going to take a look at the royal engagement rings, but before we do, we have to talk about this. We've talked about this before. I'm just obsessed with the story, and I have heard some people say, no, this isn't true. I tend to believe it. I've heard this story before. Let's talk about this. Prince Dodo face, and thank God this worked out, but Prince Dodo gave, I guess when Diana passed, it was that William and Harry both got to pick things that belonged to their mother. William had picked her watch, and Harry had picked the sapphire ring, and then when William went to propose to Catherine, they ended up swapping, so Harry got the watch, which went to Meghan, and I've heard disputes about that too. Maybe it didn't, but allegedly went to Meghan. And then, of course, Catherine, Princess of Wales, got that beautiful ring. Thank goodness for that. Could you imagine anybody else with that ring? No. It belongs to Catherine. But I think about this a lot because obviously, and I know I'm biased. I love Catherine so much. I personally, my favorite color is blue, so I'm always going to pick that sapphire ring. Seriously, can you imagine the conversations that Meghan had? Like, how dare you give that ring to your brother? Even though Meghan wasn't in the picture, of course, when the ring was given or the trade was made or whatever happened there. Just the idea that Meghan found out after the fact that she could have had this ring. Oh, it makes me shudder. And it makes me laugh because I feel like she probably still punishes Harry over that. And I actually suspected at the time, I wonder if that's why the ring went missing. I'm sure he pays for that as well. And I don't mean financially, I mean he's paying for that. So I just think that's too funny and perfect. I think the perfect ring belonged with the perfect person, and Catherine got it, and I think that's wonderful. Anybody else want to get petty with me? Okay, cool. Come sit by me. We'll be petty. Anybody else hope that if Meghan got that Diana watch, that after they separate, she gets the thing appraised and finds out it's a fake. I don't know. Not that Diana would have a fake, but that Harry didn't even trust her enough and gave her a fake. All scenarios are funny to me. But speaking of Meghan, all right, let's talk about not her, but the royal engagement rings. There's one in particular that I want to show you. It came up in that Reddit group again, and I honestly hadn't really paid attention, but I do. Again, it relates back, and I think it's pretty funny. Let's take a look at this. Look at this. Say what you will about Wallis Simpson, but damn, look at that ring. That's an emerald engagement ring that she had. Wowzers. I don't even love the color green, but I mean, I can appreciate a beautiful stone like that. Holy cow. So I did a little research, and it sounds like that the ring was sold at auction, but I bet Meghan would. I just wondered, is this why she fought for trying to get the emerald tiara? Remember that whole thing with the tiara? I just wonder if it has to do with that, trying to be relating back to Wallis Simpson and maybe making emerald her thing. All right, jewelry expert I am not. I know what I like and what I don't, and that's about the extent of my knowledge, but I can appreciate a beautiful ring. So I thought, let's take a look at some of these, and you can leave me comments on which one you would choose if given the choice. Which one would you like to be wearing on your finger? So let me know in the comments below. But starting with Queen Elizabeth's ring, I honestly hadn't looked at this very closely. I just think, I mean, it's stunning. It's gorgeous. I'm sure it has every historical and sentimental everything, but I think it's a very classic, elegant ring, just like Her Majesty the late Queen herself. Now I have to show you Princess Anne's ring. Now I learned an interesting thing about Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. She, of course, she's been married twice, and both times she had sapphire engagement rings. This is her more recent one, and I'm a big fan. I love this ring. Here's a closer look. It's a little blurry, but I wanted you to be able to see it. And my interesting thing I found out too, not only did she have 2 sapphire engagement rings, when researching this, I found out sapphire is associated with hard work. People who are respectful, loyal, hardworking, and honest, according to this jewelry website I found. I was like, whoa, I love it. No wonder I love sapphire so much, right? It's beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, I've talked about it, but what's another excuse to show it again? Here you go. We got Catherine, Princess of Wales' beautiful sapphire ring. I am completely obsessed. I will always pick this ring. Probably couldn't wear it on a daily basis, but I'll revert back to Princess Anne's ring. But wow, it's beyond spectacular, isn't it? All right, and then again, this is another one I really hadn't done a deep dive on or taken a really close look at. But look at Queen Camilla's ring. What do you think about that? Sparkler, beautiful. I think it's very regal. Comes to mind with that one. Okay, any guesses on who this one belongs to? Anybody? Yeah? All right, it belongs to Zara Tindall. I love it. I think it's so beautiful and elegant. It's sparkly without being over the top. I am a huge fan of this one. This would be very high on my list as well. Very beautiful. Yeah, Zara Tindall. She talks about how Mike perfectly designed it for her. Oh, I love them. All right, and then here is Beatrice's, that's hard to say, Beatrice's engagement ring right here. And then we have Eugenie's engagement ring. Let me know your thoughts. Which ones are you picking? Which one are you saying no thank you to? Is there one that stands out for you? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for being here and for watching. You know it means the whole wide world to me. I really appreciate it. All seeing these pictures of Catherine. Speedy recovery, Catherine. I keep thinking about her, hoping her all the best and all the health, and same with, of course, King Charles. But as always, I just really appreciate you all so much. I truly do. If you want to further support the show, there's 2 ways you can do it. Definitely check out the merch. We got Make It Make Sense, Recollections May Vary, and our newest one, Caffeinated and Feisty, Honk Honk, everybody. Thank you to everybody who's picked that up. Check it out if you haven't already. I really like how that one turned out. And of course, Drunk Goose Club, Honk Honk. And then we have Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you can find our bonus deep dives, our extra content. We get a little crazier over there, talk a little more freely, and just have a lot of fun. So check that out if you're interested. You can become an executive producer just like the lovely geese and ganders you see on the screen before you. Again, thank you for being here, for having a cup of tea with me, for talking through the stuff with me, because I feel like it gets stuck in your head just like it gets stuck in mine. Thank you for everything. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.